It's going to be an exciting night, folks. Get on your feet. Let's send these guys off. What do you say? Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Kurt Busch, power move on the outside to slot into second behind Kevin Harvick, the pole sitter.
Mike, we were down on pit road. A lot of these drivers are really concerned with as little time as they've had on this racetrack, and it being a green racetrack right now and those air pressures being low. They're real worried about that splitter hitting the racetrack and sending them up the racetrack.
Yeah, Kurt Busch, we talked to him and his car. I mean, I don't know how he kept the splitter off the ground, but it's almost touching. But he said that's the way the car really runs the best. He likes it. Fourth
place, Martin Truex fighting his teammate Kyle Busch, trying to hang on to fourth, and they go single file.
Contact here early between, I believe, Bubba Wallace and the 88 of Alex Bowman off of turn 4.
Take a look at it and see what happened here between the 43 and the 88.
Now you can see Bubba Wallace is right on the rear bumper of the 88. I saw a little nudge going in the corner, loosens him up. Then the 13 of Ty Dillon comes in there and gets the 43 of Bubba Wallace sideways.
Oh, you just jack him up and back him up.
That's right. It's casual contact. You got to see that all night long on this racetrack.
Well,
Kyle Busch has caught Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, you just saw Kevin Harvick getting the gas a little bit too much off of turn 2. The back end steps out. He's now moving up the racetrack, and boy, the 18 of Kyle Busch just flies right on by.
Kyle Busch made up 2 seconds from when he took second place from his older brother to when he caught Kevin Harvick and passed him.
When you're hot, you're hot. That cat is hot.
All right, we'll listen in on Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Martin Truex.
Yeah, so the balance started out really good to fire there. I felt really good about it. Burns real good. For this time, about a 1+ tight in the center. Not forward drifting though, just get tight. The fuel blower right rear stood up, taking off, which helped me a bit, especially the first third. Still need help center and 2/3.
Well, the biggest thing I heard was how calm Kyle Busch was. I mean, he is just in command of this race and in command of that race car right now. And of course, that clean air out front, it's not right now when he's in traffic, but as he started this run, makes a ton of difference to really know what your car is capable of and the grip that it has.
I think that's what makes him successful, is he doesn't panic under pressure.
All right, the pits are closed with 2 laps to go in stage 1. Daniel Hemrick in danger of going a lap down here. Daniel Suarez has done a great job getting into the top 10. Chris Buescher has run this entire stage in the top 10. So has Paul Menard.
Buescher's got a really good car, Mike. He really looks good. Haven't seen it slip much.
Yeah, I actually think they might be able to give up a little bit on that short run and make it even better on the long run.
Coming around to complete lap 100. Kyle Busch powers around to his 5th stage win of 2019. We're under caution in Richmond for the 3rd time tonight. Kyle Larson has had 1 trouble-free race this season. This is not it. This is coming down the front straightaway into turn 1.
Well, we knew he'd just come in and taken left side tires under green because he had that issue. And right here, I'm just wondering if they didn't get that fender clear or something caused the left rear tire to actually blow and turn around.
Yeah, you could hear it, engine rev up, and tire went down, and then
cut.
Spun it around.
Well, last week we had Kyle Busch and Joey Logano going side by side for the lead multiple laps, and here comes Logano after Martin Truex for the lead.
Well, and you got to understand, Martin Truex Jr., he's the one that's had to get to all these lap cars first, so he's got to work a little bit harder. They're usually a little bit easier on the 2nd, 3rd place, and other cars that are coming up to lap them. But you can see the back end of his car is pretty loose. Talking about Mark Truex Jr., I think he's starting to wear those rear tires out, Vince.
Well, and that 12 car in front of him has gotten awful wide to help out his teammate, and that 22 car in the 19 camp has not gone unnoticed in that group, I can assure you.
No, and Vince, that 22 car, I watched in the first go around here, the first 100 laps, closed up to the back of the 18. This time he closed up to the back of 19, made the pass.
Did you see the big slide off turn 4 there? Martin Truex trying to stay with Joey Logano. Now Logano, with 5 laps to go in the stage, not really in a position to cut Ryan Blaney much slack with Truex right there. We'll see how this stage plays out.
I'd say the right rear of that 19 car might be worn out or used up.
And I think a lot of these guys are really struggling with rear grip. You saw even Ryan Blaney was completely sideways. I think they're all feathering that throttle, just trying to keep those rear tires connected to the racetrack on exit.
And Joey Logano is driving away.
Yeah. He had the best car, Mike, on the long run. I just didn't think he had the time to get there before the stage ended, but he definitely has the best car in the long run.
And he had one other obstacle in his way at the time. That was Kyle Busch. He's not there now, but he's coming.
Oh, he'll be there before the night's over, I believe, because he's still got a very fast car, Kyle Busch does. Kyle up to 15, so he's starting back, and he's slowly but surely getting back to the front. And then they'll have a pit stop, and his crew will knock out about a 12-second stop, and he'll be in 3rd place.
How about Daniel Suarez fighting Kurt Busch for 6th place?
Very impressed with Daniel Suarez tonight. This is a tough place. He's doing an excellent job.
The pits are closed with 2 laps to go in stage 2. And Middletown, Connecticut's Joey Logano, the reigning champion of the NASCAR Cup Series. 1 to go in stage 2. He won both stages here in this race last year.
Mike, this is a classic slow down and go faster racetrack. You back off a little early, try to pick the throttle up nice and gently up off the corner, and you'll make good time around this place.
Good fight for the final stage point as Logano gets the green and white checkers to win stage 2. Here's Austin Dillon coming into the picture on Paul Menard.
I think the 21's going to have the advantage by being on the outside, carrying that momentum to the line, and he does. You see a little damage on the right rear quarter panel there on the 3 of Austin Dillon.
Paul Menard holds off Austin Dillon and William Byron for that final stage point. Joey Logano is your stage 2 winner. Truex and Logano bring him back to green.
Green flag. I'll roll here. I'll roll. Keep coming. Still, I'll roll.
Looks like Paul Menard spun the tires. They're going to go wide.
Right corner inside. Right corner. Clear low if you need it. Clear low if you need it. Clear low if you need it. Right corner. Outside. Outside. Outside.
Boy, that's a log jam.
That's the eye of the storm, Mike. that's where the trouble is.
There's nothing calm about it.
Still clear high.
I'll tell you who that benefited, though. That's Kyle Busch. He was on the inside. That outside lane was the one that moved forward on that last restart. This time, because of those issues on the outside, Kyle Busch was able to jump up into 5th spot.
He had picked up 2 spots on pit road. That lightning fast pit crew of his did their part, and now here is Kyle in the top 5 as we look right behind him at 6th place. Dillon and Harvick with Kurt Busch. Truex leads in Richmond, a change at 2nd place, and back about 5th. Harvick is coming, and Boyer is the new 2nd place car.
And Mike, it almost looks like they flip a switch. One guy will be out there leading the race like Truex is. Next thing you know, here comes Clint Boyer chasing him down. It looks like he's got the best car.
And Kevin Harvick, while all this battle was going on, he closed in on the rear bumper of Kyle Busch and is now past him for 5th place.
Well, we mentioned Joey Logano sitting in 3rd, 2.7 seconds back. What does he have, Matt?
Lap traffic has been a challenge, having to pace yourself and gap the lap traffic to make that pass. But Joey Logano is about 1.5 seconds behind Truex. He's lost the front grip in the race car. Now he's nearly 3 seconds back of the 19.
Well, he's not the only one with difficulty because Truex is now expanding his lead just a bit on Boyer. He picked up a 10th that lap.
Well, we talk about the big rear spoiler on these race cars. It punches a big hole. So when you catch lap traffic, you get into that dirty air. And I think that as Clint Bowyer has closed in on the 19, he started getting into some of that turbulent air, and it might have started affecting the handling on his car. But you saw right there the rear tire step out on the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. That's going to be the determining factor.
You heard Bugger Ravage say you're better in traffic than he is, and it's proven to be a good point, because Martin Truex had a hard time getting through traffic. Bowyer not so much.
8 to go.
Well, he's going to have to drive 8 flawless laps through traffic right here with Clint Bowyer and Joey Logano right on his rear bumper if he's going to win this race. So if he gets it done, he earned it for sure.
Boy, here's Bowyer right back on his back bumper again, and Bowyer can get there. He just hadn't been able to figure out a way around.
You can see the 19 of Martin Truex. He just has to slow that car down so much in the center of the corner. That's where these guys close in on him.
Here they are, nose to tail, the top 3 coming around with 6 to go.
Now you can see Bowyer sort of having to protect that outside line because of Joey Logano, but it's also given Bowyer a nice run off the corner.
Hey, and another guy that's creeped into the picture, Kevin Harvick, is right here behind the 22 car. So we've got a 4-way battle for the win.
Stenhouse ahead, 5 to go.
5 more.
We could have 4 cars under a blanket at the checkered flag.
All clear, all clear. Don't rush the throttle, clear. Run coming.
Well, Logano looked really strong.
Rush the throttle down here, man. Be smart. Play by quarter, looking high.
Oh, he's going to get to the outside of Bowyer.
He's got Bowyer. He's got him. That outside move really paid off.
4 to go right there.
I really think Joey's going to clear the 14 here off of turn 2, but can he get to the 19 in 4 laps, or 3.5 now?
Whoa, man, that was close racing off turn 2. 14 let him go.
One back a lane higher. Still 1 a lane higher. No run. He's trying to turn down.
Remember Logano, Truex at Martinsville.
Oh, man, I hadn't even thought about that.
I think you better.
Holy cow.
Joey Logano said on radio this week, I race people the way they race me. And if I move somebody for a win, I've got to expect to get moved for a win and man up.
I think Martin Truex Jr. knows what to expect this time.
3 by 2 right there. He just rolls the top down there. 3 and 4. 3 by 2. 3 more.
2 to go.
Man, this is going to come down this final lap.
Oh, boy.
Woo, this is going to be exciting.
Logano up high, diamonds the corner to get a launch and closes a little bit more.
Get your marks down here.
I know if I'm Truex, I wouldn't want him to get to my bumper.
Well, he's there. He's on his bumper.
He's there.
The white flag waves, 1 lap to go.
Man, what do you do if you're Truex? You want to hook that yellow line, but the 22's getting a big run off the top.
It's all going to come.
He's going to get there.
It's going to come down.
Don't give him the outside.
It's going to come down to it right here.
Oh, Truex
Martin
moves
Truex makes that car wide. Short track win number 1 for Martin Truex and Joe Gibbs Toyota.
Man. Hold on. Martin Truex got that race over, and so am I.
Well, he's going to be. He's certainly going to be proud of how he had to earn that first short track win.
He drove his tail off.
It's been 25 races since Martin Truex was last in victory lane. 5th consecutive year with a victory, and he becomes the 5th driver to win in 2019.
You know, really excited to win here at Richmond. I've always really enjoyed this track. Don't get run over here, the car's trying to roll, but I've always loved coming here. And, you know, the short track win, everybody kept asking me when it was going to happen. And, you know, tonight we didn't have the best car, but we've lost here with the best car a bunch of times. So we just fought, we battled. Thanks to auto owners, a lot of auto owners, people here. And, you know, Toyota Owners 400 to win here in the Toyota was huge. So got my buddy up there. I just won him 10 grand. And we're just really excited. You know, everybody at JGR is doing a great job, and with Toyota, and just a blessing to drive these race cars and have an awesome team. So we've been chipping away at it, and hopefully we can get better from here on out.
How concerned were you closing laps? The 22 got by Boyer, and he was in your mirror. You guys do have a history.
Yeah, I mean, I was struggling the last 40 laps. I just, you know, I had no front turn. I just was real tight that last run. So we just had to hold them off. You know, being out front was important tonight. But, you know, thanks to the pit crew, they kept us out there. You know, they've had a tough week last week, and we beat up on them pretty good all week after Bristol. And they did the fastest stop of the year tonight. So just really proud of everyone, and really happy to get our first win with Gibbs, and definitely, you know, first short track win's pretty awesome too.